Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. As you have seen, we are on a farm with an amazing farmer right here. We're going to let him introduce himself. So, we decided to come visit his farm because we're really interested in goat farming and farming in general. And we've already had a few conversations with him. He's been absolutely amazing. Are you ready for the gems? You're not ready for the gems. All right, Ntando, please feel free to introduce yourself. Who are you and how long have you been doing farming for?
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Good day, farmers. My name is Ntandoyenkosi Ndhlovu.
Hallelujah.
I prefer mostly people to call me Ntando because
Yes.
it's a bit
It's
long.
long. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the visit.
Yeah.
It means a lot,
Mhm.
especially when I get visits by young people coming to ask about farming. Of late, we have been seeing that few young people pay attention to farming,
Yeah.
but in the past few years, a lot of young farmers are coming in, which is very encouraging because in the past we thought farming is for old people.
That's true. That's true.
So thank you very much and for the
Yeah.
opportunity
Yeah.
to present my animals and
Amazing.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in goat farming.
Mhm.
Okay, I've been in farming for about they say 7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after school, I was employed at municipality of Beitbridge in Zimbabwe. So
Mhm.
I can safely say I was already in farming when
Exactly.
I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then after that, I started the Boer goat farming. That
Mhm.
was around late 2019.
Mhm.
Yeah, then I officially got into it 2020.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was now very serious about it. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Amazing. Do you have a question for him?
Yeah. And so when you decided, why did you decide to do Boer Goat?
It's funny though how I started. When I was at municipality of Beitbridge, I was doing fodder production. So there is someone that I met on WhatsApp who said, in Ntando, there are goats like this that are
Mhm.
found in Beitbridge.
Mhm.
So after giving him the contacts of people that I know
Mhm.
that are doing it, he came back after 2 weeks and said, "No, I want to work with you."
Yeah.
Up to this day, I've never met that person, and I
Wow.
have to arrange
Yeah,
to
to
meet
meet
that
him.
person.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So after that, I had to approach someone with these goats.
Mhm.
Then this guy told me at the moment he doesn't have the stock, so he
Mhm.
took me across the border
Okay.
in Limpopo. So we met this lady who was doing goat farming.
Okay.
Before that, of course, I was very much interested in livestock farming, not
Okay.
specifically Boer
Goats.
goats.
Yeah.
In fact, I wanted to do Matebele goats. There are these
Okay.
giant indigenous goats
Okay.
that are found in the Matebele south of Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Yes. So when we crossed the border, then I started to see Boer goats,
Mm.
and we were trying to negotiate the price.
Mm.
Then the lady said, I don't sell meat here. I
Mm.
sell the blood." That statement,
Wow.
okay, changed me up to this day.
Yeah.
I started
Wow.
to started to be interested. What does it mean?
To sell the
Then I
blood.
discovered
Yeah.
that it's more on the genetics part of it,
Okay.
more on the breeding part of it.
Yes.
They don't pay much attention to the weight of the animal. As far as in the
Mm.
breeding industry, we pay attention to the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, on the birth weight, weaning
Yeah.
weight, growth rate,
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
But mostly we pay attention to the genetics, the
Mm.
appearance of the animal, the structure,
Mm.
the growth rate, the performance of the animal
Mm.
in terms of meeting the standards according to South African Boer Goat Association.
There's an association. Sorry. Continue.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love it. Yeah.
So, as a young person, I've always wanted something that is challenging. I don't want to do
Mm.
something, then I become comfortable. In the breeding
Exactly.
industry, you cannot get comfortable
Wow. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you are always building up. It's like the curve in the goats. You have to
Mhm.
build it up.
Mhm. Mhm.
The horns, how they fall behind the
Mm.
ears, you have
Mm.
to build it up.
Mm.
So you're always encouraged or challenged to say,
Mm.
okay, when you're looking at your goats
Mm.
every day in the morning, okay, what do I have to improve?
Mhm.
Or who is that guy who is breeding good females
Mhm.
that I
Mhm.
have to visit?
Mhm.
Who is that guy who is
Mhm.
exceptional genetics that
Mhm.
I should
Mhm.
work with? So
Mhm.
you are always up and down.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the breeding industry, you're
Yeah.
also looking at the feed. Which feed should
Mm.
I feed my animals to
Mm.
perform very well?
Yes.
Which what medication should I use? You are
Mhm.
always on your
Researching.
knees.
Yeah.
Yes. So I will say I decided to be in the breeding part of it
Yeah.
instead of meat market
Yeah.
because I wanted something that is challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So even with the challenging aspect of the breeding industry that you're in, what are some of the top challenges that you faced? Maybe you can just mention a few, and then if anyone is out there trying to get into the space, they could have some idea of the challenges.
Okay, I'll give the overall
Yeah.
challenges that you face in the
Yeah.
goat farming.
Mm.
Number one is the issue of disease outbreaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a time where you have got issues to do with a certain type of a disease,
Mm.
like maybe you have got issues to do with hot water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I like is because here in South Africa, you know, okay, this province or this area
Yeah.
is hot water free. This
Yeah.
area is not.
Yeah.
So you are you have to be aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Number two is kid mortality. That is a nightmare in goat farming.
Yeah.
That is a nightmare. So I always tell people that to overcome this one, you don't take care of the babies, you take care of the mother.
Wow.
In our community,
Yeah.
we are taught. Okay, there are some people who say I love my kids more than my wife.
Yeah.
But I will say on my side, from farming perspective, you cannot love your wife more than you cannot love your kids more than your wife. So you start to take care of the mother before you take care of the kids.
Okay.
So when you are mating,
Yeah.
when they are mating,
Yeah.
during the time of pregnancy, that's why
Yeah.
you see we've got a
Yeah.
maternity ward.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We have to pay attention to the pregnant goats.
Yes.
What do
Yes.
they need?
Yes.
What vaccinations are needed? What supplements can we give them when they are giving birth? Where are they giving birth? Okay, when I was growing up, I would understand when a goat gives birth in the bushes.
Yeah.
But right now, if I hear a farmer saying I've got issues, my goats give birth in the bushes, to be honest, I will tell you that you are irresponsible.
Yeah.
Because a pregnant animal or a pregnant
Goat,
woman is the
yeah.
best, is the favorable person in the family.
Yeah.
We have to be aware where
Yeah.
is she. So
I know
our
that's a fact. Yeah.
so our pregnant animals
Yeah.
are the
Yeah.
I can say we have to make sure
They
what
are
they are
well kept.
eating, where
Yeah.
are they, everything
You need to know.
we have to know.
Exactly. I love that.
They
I
are
love that.
close to us there
Yeah.
in the Churao,
Yeah.
so that even if they give birth during the night,
Yeah.
we can wake up and attend them.
Exactly.
Even when it's cold,
Mm-hmm.
the temperatures can change sometimes.
Mhm.
You can just run. When it's
Quickly.
raining, you can just
Yeah.
attend. When the mother is not, because some, especially the first time mothers, the kids, some of them they refuse to feed
come
the
out,
kids.
yeah.
So you have to be there to assist the kids. Wake up during the night, it's not easy. That's
Mm.
another. In fact, that's the major challenge:
Yes.
kid mortality.
Okay.
Okay, sometimes it's weather conditions.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's extremely cold.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a lot of rains.
Yeah.
It really affects goats.
Yeah.
Goats
Yeah.
are not good friends when it comes to especially rain season. So you have to make sure your place you are having a shed where they can hide when it's raining. You have to make sure that when you are building your crawls, they are slopey so that when it's raining, the water can easily drain away.
Out. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
avoid doing your structures where the water can come
Sit.
together. Yes, because it can also affect them. They can develop foot rot
Foot rot,
diseases.
yeah.
It can affect them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good though. Those are really great because if you think of how any business runs, you can't do anything without thinking about the challenges.
Yes,
And
yes,
even with
that's
the
true.
challenges that you have, what do you believe are some of the major rewards that you have experienced in this space in the past few years that you've been farming goats?
2021, 2022, we had a big challenge on the kid mortality.
Yeah.
2023 and now we have reduced. We no longer have a lot of kids dying.
That's great.
It's because we have upgraded our mindset towards the management.
Of the the
Yes,
moms,
we thought the goat has to just give birth. We will see the kids in the morning. They can give birth anytime. We control our breeding. Yeah, a goat cannot just give birth
Right,
anytime.
right. Wow.
So like now you saw that
Yeah.
we are having a pack there. We are looking forward for the mothers to give birth in March.
Yes.
Not during December or November, because that time there is a lot of rainfall, and at that time there are a lot of diseases, worms, flies.
Yeah, yeah.
There are a lot of things that can affect the kids.
Yeah. Wow.
So those challenges
Yeah.
have helped us to know
How to
how
the
to
things.
control
Yeah.
some issues that
Amazing.
yes. And remember, losing kids,
Yeah.
the kids are the profit in business.
Yeah.
You cannot be always remaining buying breeding stock, buying breeding stock. Sometimes you have to look at the kids and appreciate those are the rewards in
Exactly.
farming.
Yeah.
So when you're losing kids, you are losing the profits because you
Yeah.
still remain with the starting stock. But if you can look at the kids and say, okay, this time around, out of 10 females, you have got 12 kids or 15 kids. Oh wow, that's good.
Amazing.
My question would be like, what would be your advice to those who are thinking of wanting to start farming or are interested in there? What would be your advice
Yeah.
to those? And then also to, is this a profitable business? Is this something that someone could be successful?
Okay, if there is someone who is interested in starting goat farming, my best advice, I think this one is the best.
Yeah.
Identify your market.
Yeah. Very important.
You can buy expensive animals. You
Yes.
can buy nice animals. You can build the extraordinary structures. But if you don't know where to sell your products,
Yeah.
then at the end of the day, you're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes you find there comes drought.
Yeah.
Someone is stuck with 100, 200 goats. They don't know where to take them to.
Yeah.
They don't know. They were not even aware what time to sell.
Yeah.
Remember, farming is also controlled by seasons. There is a time where a goat market is flooded. There's a time where it's not flooded. Yes. So once you do your market research, you will know which sector of goat farming you are going to venture into. So there are different sectors in goat farming, like meat market, breeding part of it, and dairy. Yeah, there are goats for dairy. Unfortunately, at the moment we don't have, but there are goats for dairy like Sanen, British Alpine, Tongan Belt. They are good for producing
Dairy milk.
yes, dairy meat,
Nice.
good quality yields
Nice.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you are targeting meat market, identify meat market is also divided into different stages.
Wow. Yeah.
There are those small kitchens in the township. So if you are targeting those small markets in the township where there's Mama Zala's kitchen, Coco's kitchen, or they don't care how old is the animal when you are selling.
Yeah.
So you are not even you're not even pushed to build volumes.
Yeah.
You are not even pushed to
Yeah.
pay attention to what you are feeding or
Yeah.
what you are vaccinating.
Yeah.
You are not even pushed to be researching about the markets or not, because those guys will tell you, I just want one goat per month, so you can afford. Then you can be reluctant, or you can do your project bit by bit. Then there are those restaurants in townships. They're not top restaurants, but they are on another level compared to the kitchens in the townships.
Right. Yeah.
Those also, they don't pay attention to the age of the goat. They don't pay attention to what you are feeding, but they will want maybe a better volumes.
Yeah.
Maybe they will tell you we want 5 goats per month or 2 goats per month.
Yes.
You can also target, it's also another market.
Yeah.
Then there is also top restaurants like Steers or supermarkets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like sometimes you can get a giant supermarket like Spar, ShopRite, Pick and Pay. They will tell you we want 20 goats per month. So now that's where we talk about big volumes.
Yeah.
Make sure when you are to start that project, we're talking about 100, 200, 300, 500 local goats. Don't buy top quality Boer goats or Kalaharis or Savannahs when you are targeting meat market. Buy the rams, the bucks, crossbreed. By crossbreeding, you are improving birth weight. You find that when the kids are born, the weight is a bit better. Growth rate, they grow a bit faster compared to our local indigenous goats. They will even winning weight. When you're winning them, they're around 12, 15 kg. Yeah. Wow. So now, even the carcass weight, after slaughtering them, you are talking about 15, 25, 30 kg or even more, depending on the age. So those restaurants, they pay attention to the age where you are selling. Remember that when you are selling and targeting those top restaurants or hotels or supermarkets, they want tender meat. They call it super when they are grating meat. Remember, the meat is grated.
It's graded,
Yes.
yeah.
So they want tender. So they want animals that are still young, between 6 to 12 months old. The moment they are 4 years, I know most of us in the communal areas, you sell those old animals when you are tired or when your child is chased away from school. You're like, okay, let's sell this old one. No. You cannot target steers when you want to sell like that. When you are targeting such hotels or restaurants, there is a specific age that they want. That's why you find that when you're going to steers to buy a T-bone, it will be just as small as this, but the plate will cost you 300 rands. But at Mama Zala's kitchen, you get a bigger piece, but it will be just 50 rand. Yes. So those people, they pay attention to the quality, and the clients that they are targeting, they can afford. So they can come and say, okay, in India, they've got what is called broiler goats.
Okay.
Broiler goats, what they do, after they wean their kids, 3 months, after weaning them, they keep them for a month or 2 months, which they sell normally at 4 to 5 months. They fatten them. Then they sell. They get better money compared to you who keep a goat for 2 years, because the buying price per kg is higher. The meat is still tender. The quality of the meat. Remember, when the meat is graded super, economy, and manufacturer. The super is the buying price is higher. Economy is around on average. Then this one, we can otherwise tell you, okay. That's why sometimes I was arguing with some farmers yesterday night on WhatsApp group, saying that farmers are price checkers. Like, it depends. It depends on your farming strategies. I'm not a price taker. You come to my place, I'll tell you this animal is 20,000.
And that's what it is.
And that's just what it is.
Then we can negotiate.
Yeah.
No, you cannot come point and say, okay, this goat, I'm taking it for 10,000. Like, okay, the gate
Who
is
are
there.
you? Who are you? Are you
Yeah.
telling me the
Because
price
my
of
farming,
goats?
my farming, I'm
Yes.
not doing a communal
Yes,
farming.
Exactly.
I have to run it as business. You
Love
cannot
it.
go to Spy and say, I'm taking this bread for 2 rand.
No.
They'll tell you, okay, this is the price. If you are not
Yeah.
able, get out.
Get out of
Get
here.
And go and buy magwinya. You know those fat
Exactly.
quakes
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Love it. Love it. Yeah.
most farmers are price takers.
Yeah.
Because we normally just keep animals. Because
Yeah.
I want to, as a Ndhlovu in this community, I want to be the
Yeah.
only one with 500 cattle,
Yes.
but you
Yes.
don't know who is your market.
Oof. And that's that on that, ladies.
Exactly.
So what would you okay, okay. I don't even want to say too much here because I feel like a lot of people are watching you and they feel like, okay, that sounds nice for you where
Okay.
you are. So imagine someone is on the outside living in another part of the world. What advice would you give them to come home to start something like this?
Is it expensive as well?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
expensive to start a goat farm?
Yeah.
No.
Mm.
That's why I said the biggest part is identifying your market.
Okay.
Remember that keeping 10 goats is also goat farming.
Yeah, exactly.
Supplying Mama Zala's kitchen
It's also goat
is also
farming.
goat farming.
Exactly.
So identifying your market.
Yeah.
What is expensive is the mindset.
Ooh.
Deal
Put it on a
first with
t-shirt. Yourself.
yourself.
Yes.
What exactly do you want?
Exactly.
I know a lot of people, they are now excited about this goat farm because they are seeing goats bought for 500,000, 1 million.
Yeah.
It's not everyone who sell at 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has his own target market.
Yeah.
I have my own target market.
Yeah.
So when I have my own target market, it makes it simple to feed my animals.
Lovely.
It makes it simple to buy a vaccination.
Exactly.
It makes it so because I know my target market can afford. But if your target market can't afford to buy an animal for 10,000, 20,000, then do the animals for 300 rands, 500 rands. There's market for everyone. Remember, China is the biggest giant in Africa.
Yeah.
People always think that China is mostly producing poor quality animal products. No, China is one of the biggest markets is one of the biggest suppliers in American industry.
Yeah.
So it goes with what
Who's
the
your
clients
market?
can afford.
Exactly.
So they know that most of the African countries are poor. In fact, they are underdeveloped. That's how they class us, the third world.
Yeah.
So they bring what we can afford.
Yeah.
So if you have You know, I was explaining something like this to someone else who was saying, Ntando, which one should I do? Should I do pure breeding or should I crossbreed with my local goats? I said, who is your target market?
Yeah.
Then he said, no, my village people cannot afford these pure breeds, expensive.
Yeah.
Then I asked him, are you a chief? Then he said, no. Are you an MP? He said, no. Then I said, are you a president? He said, no. Then I said, that's the job of an MP to take care of the villagers.
Yeah.
You are a business person.
Woo.
Yes.
Preach it.
Yes.
You
A
do what needs
business
to be done.
person, you are, even if you are targeting 2 people in your
It's
community,
enough.
it's
Yeah.
enough as long as they
That's
can
right.
afford.
Exactly. That's
So
right.
your target market should go
Yeah.
hand in hand with your level of business.
I love that. I
So
love that.
if you are saying, okay, I want to keep pure breeds,
Yeah.
it's because your target market,
Yeah.
maybe you're not targeting everyone.
Yeah.
If you want to target everyone, then run a chain of goats. You keep local goats alone because there are some who cannot even afford the crossbreeds.
Yeah.
Run those that you are crossbreeding,
Yeah.
run pure breeds, and
Yeah.
run top quality
Exactly.
so that everyone who comes will buy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot start a project and say, because remember the moment you have got a crossbreed, there are some people who can afford but they cannot buy them. So they cannot buy. In the goat industry, it's almost like in the vehicle industry. Regardless of how much you feel pity for yourself
Yeah.
and how much you humble yourself,
Yeah.
if you go to a BMW shop,
Yeah.
they will tell you, if you can't afford, my friend, sorry, we cannot help you.
Go to Toyota.
Yeah.
Go to Toyota,
Yeah.
go to Vitz,
Yeah.
these Honda Fits that are
Yeah.
coming from China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you. That's where
your
you can.
market.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
your market.
Yeah.
That's where you can buy.
Yes.
You cannot buy a Ferrari feeling pity, crying. Guys, my employer only gives me so much per month.
Sorry.
They'll tell you per month we want 50,000
Yeah.
rands.
Yeah.
So if you can only afford 3,000 rands,
That's
no,
okay.
we can look for otherwise.
That's amazing.
So identify your market.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I say for something to start like this requires planning.
Yes.
So people like to get in and rush and buy the goats and then
No.
they don't have anything to feed them. What's your advice on how to
to
properly plan for
Okay. I'll still go back to
The same.
marketing,
market
our
research.
marketing?
My preparation, or when you are preparing to start goat farming, it depends with your market.
Yeah.
Let's say you want to supply goat meat in Dubai.
Yeah. That sounds great. I do
Number
want to
one,
supply goat meat in Dubai.
You have to have an abattoir which is halal certified. And that doesn't come cheap.
Yes.
You have to know the type of the meat they want.
Yeah. Yeah.
The grade. You have to know the laws that and regulations that goes hand in hand with export of market. So there are a lot of things that are needed.
Yeah.
That's preparation.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are preparing for Mama Zala's kitchen, okay, you can visit some kitchens. Okay, guys, how many goats do you think you can afford per month?
Per month. Yeah.
Or how many can you sell per month?
Yeah.
They're like, my son, 2 or 3 per month is fine. Then when you are going to your drawing board, now you know, okay, Mama Zala's kitchen, they only need 2 goats per month. Then which means if I'm starting my project with the 50, I know when 50 females give birth, I'm looking forward to get 50 to 65 kids. So when I'm planning, okay, out of 65 kids, 60% are males. And you only sell males, you don't sell females. Females, you take them back to the investment. So out of 65, we calculate 3% mortality rate. I'll remain maybe with, let's just go to 60, though it will be around 62. But let's go to 60. Okay, 60% of 60, it will take us to around 35 to 40 male kids. Out of those male kids, if per month I'm supplying that Magogo 2 goats, which means per year I can afford.
Exactly.
Do your projections with the reality checks.
Okay.
I know sometimes we are too ambitious. No, I can afford.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why we always find that most of these supermarkets, they don't have goat meat. Do you know why?
Yeah.
When they approach the community, they say, okay, we want people that are going to supply. As a community, don't come together. I go secretly and call the meet the manager. No, I can supply you because we only have 100 goats. When they say, okay, we want 10 goats per week. After you have finished, you start to source from other people.
Other
Then you will
people.
fail to meet
Exactly,
the demand.
Yeah, and that's what
Then
happens.
you are stuck again.
Yes,
You have gone
yes,
back.
yes.
The market is there,
It's still there.
but the supply is low.
Woo! Come start a goat farm.
Then sometimes
Tell
you find
us.
that people have goats,
Mm-hmm.
but they can't meet the carcass weight. Remember,
Mm.
carcass weight is very important.
Okay.
You speak on something that's very important of like how getting people together
Yes.
and being able to support other farmers and showing them how to do certain things so that now you can meet the demand and the supply that you need for other for example
Pick
the
and
shopping
pay,
centers,
yeah.
right, that you had
Mm.
just mentioned.
Mm.
So I think that was very great of like encouraging if you're starting
That
and
is
you
our-
have knowledge to
Mm.
share around it, to share to your neighbors and
Yeah.
those others. And you inviting us here today is
Thank
one
you.
of those
Like,
things, and it's
yeah.
just amazing because
true.
we want
Yeah.
a community to grow so that we
Yes.
could export to Saudi Arabia, so
Yeah.
that we could export to Dubai.
Yeah.
That's true.
And we cannot
That's
do
true.
that by ourselves
Exactly.
as an individual.
Love it.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Individualism has killed us as Africans.
Yeah.
Someone might prefer to try to supply something he knows that he was not able to supply
Mm.
than to tell a neighbor to say, okay, let's come together.
That's true. Yeah.
There is a demand there.
Yeah.
The problem is, partly I think we are greedy.
Yeah.
The moment you find the market,
Mm.
you tell your neighbor,
Mm.
your neighbor will like, okay, how much are they buying, the buying price?
Mm.
The moment you tell your neighbor, it's either between you two, the neighbor is one who is jealous, who run and say, oh, okay, I can give you at a cheap price. You didn't calculate that if you reduce the price, yes, they will come to you, but you're not going to meet the demand alone.
Exactly.
So what is needed?
Mm.
People, I was talking to someone else, in fact, it was a WhatsApp group of some farmers, saying, yes, as Africans, sometimes we claim we are educated, but I think we lack some just basic things.
Yeah.
We lack community projects.
Mm.
Do you know that you can empower, you can run an economy out of a community in a poor country?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, just ask yourself, who is buying from your local shops?
Mm.
It's the people in the
there,
community.
yeah.
Who is supplying that person who is selling in the community? Most is the person is getting those things from the same community.
Yeah.
So if we can have a certain village that is producing goats, let's say Boer goats. Okay, no, Boer goats is too much. People will be like,
Local
oh,
goats,
they are
yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
Local
Local
goats.
yeah.
And that community develop what is called a corporate advantage in
Yes.
economics, where other communities, they know, okay, if you go in such a place, there are goats, and they can meet the demand. Those people are united. Even if you say you want 100 per week, they can supply.
You'll find it, yeah.
So meaning to say, this community
yeah.
will be known in the marketplace as the best goat farmers.
That's amazing. So the best approach is empowering others and bringing together in a corporate manner so
Just
that we can
in
all
a village, you have 5
yes.
people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Run, just imagine in a village, you have got, in a village we have got communal
Land.
pastures or land.
Yeah.
Then you do irrigation there. Let it be a community project so that even stock theft will go down.
Yeah.
Remember, you're not going to steal from where your child will work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true.
You are not going to poison our animals
true.
where you know that you are eating
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
So
that's
if
true.
we can run something like that, then even our chief or headman can go to supermarket like Spar and say, where is the manager? Okay, as so and so village,
Yeah.
we want to supply you with goat meat.
Wow.
Even if Spar says, okay, we buy $2 a kg, you're like, no, we cannot go down to 2 kg. We'd rather go for $2.50. Because the Spar has clients that want goat meat.
Exactly.
And you have got goats
To
in
supply.
bulk to
Yeah.
supply.
Yeah.
You will go to 2.5 or
Yeah.
250.
Yeah.
Do you know why sometimes Spar says, okay, if you're not taking $2, you rather
It's
go.
okay.
Do you know why?
Why?
He knows one of your villagers will come again behind doors and you will sell it even at dollar
$1.
80.
Yeah. Wow.
But if you are united,
United.
even if you have got a politician in your community, you can
Yeah.
tell that politician, okay,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
our community, when you are going to parliament,
Yeah.
please talk about how to overcome diseases that affects goats. They will do
Yes.
that because they know that's where his wife
Mm.
or their husband is working.
Yeah.
That's where their kids are going to be employed.
Yeah.
That's where they are eating.
Yo.
That's where NGOs are coming to sponsor.
Yo.
That's
Yo.
where he's
Yo.
getting voters.
Yes.
But the problem is, the politician will buy you a what do you call
Coca-Cola.
a Coca-Cola.
Uh,
Then this one is coming, bringing an idea of development.
Yeah.
Like, no, we cannot listen to you. Me, I'm connected. It's
Oh,
about
yeah.
connections,
yeah.
not development.
Yes.
Thank you
So we,
so much.
we,
This is
if we
amazing.
can promote
Yes.
our farming in a
Yes.
local village,
Yes.
before blaming Lusaka, Harare,
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
politicians will be always there. We want or we don't. But we have to find things that can empower us from the grassroots
Oof.
going up.
That's right.
Yes.
Ntando is preaching. Listen, Ntando, I wish we had more
I
time.
wish you did as
I
well.
wish we had more. We need a part 2. But we'll come back.
We'll come back.
It's
for
okay,
sure.
We
guys.
really appreciate it. So where
Mm.
can people find you on social media? What are your platforms?
Okay. On Facebook
Yeah.
is Gatsheni Boer Goat.
Okay.
Yeah. Then on TikTok,
Nice.
Okay,
TikTok is
TikTok.
Gatsheni Boer. Yeah,
Okay.
Gatsheni Boer Goat again.
Nice.
If you don't find me, you can look for Ntandoyenkosi.
Nice.
But I will send you also on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, some
We'll
of
Nice.
those
put that
things.
below
We'll
in
put
the
it in
link
the
Yes.
for sure.
description. Yeah.
I'm on Twitter also, but Twitter is mostly for politicians and these
Yeah,
influencers.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But that's the one. Facebook
Yeah,
and
I think
TikTok.
Facebook and TikTok.
Nice.
WhatsApp, of course, is my number.
Nice.
Yeah, please let people feel free. We discuss
Yeah,
business
yeah.
and empower each other.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you
Well,
so
thank
much.
you very much.
This
You're
was
welcome.
Being with
awesome.
us. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you for the
Thank you.
visit.
Of
Yes.
course. Yeah, so this was our interview, ladies and gentlemen. If you want part 2, let us know in the comments down below.
Comment down part
This,
2.
yeah, so you'll find Ntando's details in the description. He's absolutely amazing. And we are going to be visiting a few more farms in the future. Let us know what you guys would like to see as well. But we are really interested in helping everyone learn and understand the power of farming and the opportunities in Africa available to you. Yeah.
Please subscribe and like. Thank you very much. Take care.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.